In the early 1990s, Starbucks' popularity was beginning to grow fast as it was implementing its decision to expand rapidly. As it grew faster and faster, it had to increase its efficiency in order to accommodate the growing demand for its product. For Starbucks to accomplish this, it had to alter some of its operations, and the following changes were made. Coffee grinding machines were eliminated from its stores, sandwiches, pastries, and other items were added to the menu, drive-through windows were introduced, and Starbucks stores seemed to be popping up everywhere that you looked. Some of these changes caught the eye of McDonald's executives, and they perceived it as a threat to their dominance in the fast food market, and they decided to push back by introducing their line of gourmet coffee products. This move by McDonald's, along with new entrants to the coffee industry, started to chip away at Starbucks' market share. Finally, in 2008, Starbucks stock fell 50% and had to close hundreds of its underperforming stores here in the United States.
I'm going to go over the SWOT of Starbucks today. Let's go over the strengths first. They have admirable quality control, customer-friendly environment, such as Wi-Fi, lounging areas, power outlets for their customers, multiple locations and high profitability, strong branding, culture, and a strong business model, a loyal customer base, well-trained management and employees, a well-structured operations, and a wide product selections from their beverages to their memorabilia. Their weaknesses, though, are they have cannibalism of sales due to oversaturation, ever-increasing prices, lack of low-cost structure due to benefit packages, even for part-time workers, too many locations within close proximity of each other, and being forced to shut down multiple stores. Some opportunities, though, are vertically integrating the coffee farms, selling products into grocery stores, increased opportunities to open stores in both U.S. and abroad, more effective and efficient machinery and IT, lower priced and fairly traded products, and finally, the coffee consumption continues to rise. Some threats, though, are the economic impacts of inflation and recession, an increase in competitors such as McDonald's and other fast food chains and gas stations, overexpansion within too short amount of time, reduced quality levels because of that, and reduced customer service. And worst off, their main threat is the skyrocketing costs of coffee itself due to the unstable political and economic environments of major coffee bean distributors.
So strategic issues. Number one was competition. Entities such as McDonald's have entered the premium coffee market. As a result, increased competition has threatened Starbucks' market share and profitability. Oversaturation. Starbucks emphasizes increased locations rather than increased market share. With locations in grocery stores and gas stations, consumers no longer view Starbucks as special. In-house experience. Starbucks implemented the drive-through window, plastic chairs, and the expansion of their product line. This destroyed the third-place vision that Howard Schultz had for the company. Reduced quality. Starbucks introduced flavor-locked packages and put an emphasis on speed. This cheapened the brand, and the new implementations took away from the ambiance and experience of entering a Starbucks.
So, for Starbucks, we came up with 3 strategic alternatives. First alternative is to develop barista training. Now, the advantages of that are basically to maintain company culture, enhance customer service, it increases customer retention, and improves quality of the product. Overall, the employee expertise adds value to the customer experience, and this reduces turnover and increases retention of employees. The disadvantages are the expense, increased overhead cost to the company, scheduling issues, and time requirements. The second alternative is to focus on the core product. Now, the advantages of that are basically that the customer expectation of coffee item and the environment is met. Also, it's positive relation or interaction between the barista and the customer, better product quality perception, also offer fewer packaging items such as low quality sandwiches, retain loyal customers, and maintain customer base. The disadvantages would basically be the limited mix of products, reduced or eliminate revenue streams, and lost market share related to non-coffee items. Okay, number 3 is to limit distribution of the product, which is basically reducing the store numbers. Now the advantages of that are, number one, it creates a scarcity because there's fewer stores. We increase the same store demand by having the people that were going to all these other stores concentrated into a few smaller stores. We enhance the perception of the uniqueness of the brand, increase individual sales, basically upselling, promote exclusivity, and eliminate the underperforming stores. Disadvantage, the disadvantages are increased traffic at existing stores, loss of market share, reduced economies of scale, and we erode brand perception.
Hi, I'm here to talk about the strategic decision and why. We chose to implement option 2, which is focus on the core product. The core product is really what built Starbucks, and we feel they really strayed away from that and sales did decline. You know, people chose Starbucks because of the ambience, they like the comfy chairs and the atmosphere. And let's face it, Starbucks does offer some pretty good coffee, so that's why we're going with that option. I'm going to talk about plan implementation using the 4 P's of marketing. Number 1 is product. You know, Starbucks used to be handcrafted. You could smell the coffee and the grinding of the beans, and we need to get right back to that. So that's why we're going to focus on the art of coffee again. Also the price. The high quality of our product commands a high price, and simply we don't need to compete with McDonald's. And then the promotion. You know, Starbucks is built on word of mouth. You know, that's how they got their start, and they need to get back to it, especially using social media to spread the word for friends and families and other consumers. And finally, place. You know, we need to place the Starbucks in strategic locations, you know, universities and plazas and bookstores, but at the same time, we definitely need to close underperforming stores. You know, we don't need a Starbucks on every corner anymore. At least we don't believe that.
They're Pinky and the brain, 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 brain.